Avery on that front line for NPC. There's an opportunity, and there it is, history! Jack Avery becomes your all-time leading scorer in Nighthawk history. Downfield for Soriano, a foot race. Soriano keeps it in the field of play. Soriano turns to the middle, fires, there's the goal! The Nighthawks are back on the board. Augustine Harrion with the goal. It's a beautiful day for soccer deep in the heart of Arkansas, live from Hot Springs World-Class High School in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas. This is National Park College Nighthawk Men's Soccer on the Nighthawk Network, your official home for Nighthawk athletics this season. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on the Nighthawk Network. My name is Mark Oliver with National Park College. The National Park College Nighthawks return home to take on East Central College, the Falcons, making the trip from Union, Missouri, about 6 hours and 15 minutes down the road, looking to upset NPC on its home turf. We are just underway here in Hot Springs, where NPC will start with the possession of the ball in this one today. NPC undefeated at home this season, coming off of a 0-0 draw against the University of Central Arkansas last Wednesday in Conway, Arkansas. No place like home for the Nighthawk men, who float one up quickly into Falcon territory here early in this one today. Jason Saravia threading the ball in to Alexander Reisha. Now to Yadiel Cardona. Shot on goal, blocked, rejected. Back out toward midfield. Osagi Omorige is going to send it over the top of the crossbar and out of play. 45 seconds into the match, and already a hot, aggressive start for the home team. National Park College in this one. East Central College 0-9 coming into this season, representing NJCAA Region 16 out of Missouri, as the goalkeeper Ignacio Padilla will send that one back out toward midfield, but NPC is going to turn it right around. Yadiel Cardona looking to set up Omorige, and now they're going to go back to the back line for a reset here. It's Casper Froelich and Oliver Kramer, the enforcers, back in front of the goalkeeper, Joseph Jones for Nighthawk Nation. We like to thank you for joining us this morning. A beautiful Sunday here in Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas. The weather is just perfect for a soccer match here in the Spa City, and we'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're excited to see. NPC with the back pedal. That one's going to get away from the home team. Now going the other way are the Falcons. Nighthawks are quick to rush back to the ball here. You see Jason Saravia at the top of your screen fighting to get it back. Ball's back in play, and it looks like it's going to be taken out of bounds just like that. This one will go to East Central College. Ball hanging out around midfield, now floated up into Nighthawk territory here. NPC, Gianluca Polito, able to pop it up into the air, and now kicks it downfield. Ready and waiting is Luke Kelly down the line. That one boosted away, out of play. It's going to stay with National Park College here. Polito out to retrieve the loose ball for Nighthawk Nation, as NPC continues to threaten early in this one. National Park College 6-3-2 on the season, including an undefeated record at home. The throw-in is going to go all the way back to the back line. Oliver Kramer will send a liner down the line looking to set up Cardona for a play. Cardona pops it up in the air, and that one is sent up high. Anybody's ball here as it hits the turf, and NPC gives chase looking to turn it around here. Falcons on the move, smooth moves out toward midfield. East Central on the move, and now a whistle blows and a foul. Way back on the Falcons' side of the ball. East Central's going to have it here. Sebastian Solomon knocked down on the play. Here's a play launched deep into Nighthawk territory here. 3-on-1. The Falcons lose possession here. Osagio Morgue, the team captain, comes in and wrestles it away from 3 men in dark blue jerseys. Now the reset back to the keeper, Joseph Jones, and electing to go high to Oliver Kramer. Kramer, Jones, and Froelich forming that triangle there right in front of the home net. Working into the midfield is Omorige. Osagio Morgue, the sophomore leader, floats one up into Falcon territory. Saravia turns on the Jets, looking to get there quickly. Turns it around in traffic, needs a little bit of help. Trying to set up Charlie Hartley Stead up high. And NPC has it wrestled away. A flag flies, and this one's going to go to the Falcons here. Frank Barraza is going to leave it for his goalkeeper, Ignacio Padilla. Like to welcome everyone to the broadcast. It does not matter which team you are rooting for. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're excited to see. We'd love to give you a shout out on the broadcast. Thanks for spending your Sunday morning with us here in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Saravia has his hands full out around midfield, wins the battle, heads into Falcons territory here. A deflection off of a Falcon. East Central's going to be able to take it away here. East Central trying to work through the middle, moving the ball well with excellent touches here. Now NPC flies to the ball on defense. East Central marching down the field, but unable to put a shot in against Joseph Jones. The Nighthawks are going to recover and slowly advance right to left on your screen. Want to say hello to Kelly and the whole family watching from Hyde, UK. Good luck to Joseph Jones and all the guys today. Thank you so much for joining us today. Jason Saravia once again able to steal the ball away from East Central early in this one. We've played just a little over 6 minutes into this contest, no score. But the National Park College Nighthawks have been knocking on the door early and electing to play small ball here, trying to draw the Falcons in and maybe pop one in over their head for better field positioning. Jones, Kramer, and Froelich working that back line for Nighthawk Nation. Sent in toward the middle, trying to hit Alexander Reisha. Falcons are going to take over, and that one's poked away by Omorige. NPC's going to recover. And the Nighthawks have really slowed this match down here, trying to take control of the tempo in this one. Omorige with some smooth moves. Stays with the dribble, finds Polito, and Polito's got some running room here. East Central backing it up a little bit. That one poked up into Falcon territory, rejected, sent the other way to Kramer. Through the middle. Back now toward Polito. Polito trying to size up the defense. Look for an opportunity to send one downfield. Kramer says, I'm just going to kick it and see where it goes. I got a couple of Nighthawks that are really speedy back there. Jason Saravia comes up with the loose rock out around the corner here. Sent into Reisha. That one's sent up down toward the front of the net here, but poked away by the Falcons. Back to the back line we go. Casper Froelich to Oliver Kramer. And that pass is intercepted up high, taken away by East Central's Andre Oliva. Nighthawks are going to take it right back. Ball hovering around midfield. Back to the keeper, Jones. Jones sends a booming kick downfield. Yadiel Cardona was waiting in the wings. Cardona one-on-one. That one knocked away by East Central. NPC's going to have it, it looks like, from the corner here. Yadiel Cardona, the second-year Nighthawk. And NPC is going to take it from around the corner here. It'll be Oliver Kramer who gets the honors with the kick. Used to seeing Kramer on the back line. Going to try to set up the Nighthawks for their first goal of the match here. Kramer's corner kick on its way and headed away by the Falcons. Ball stays in play here. Nighthawks looking to turn it around. They'll float it back in toward midfield looking for Cardona. Gets a touch down on the ground. Falcons trying to take it away. Cardona is there once again. He's knocked down from behind. This will stay with NPC. Once again, it'll be Kramer. Reeling in the loose ball, throwing it in. It'll be Reisha kicking away for NPC. 4 goals for Alex Reisha this season, the young man from Germany. Here's a kick on its way out toward the middle. Good positioning, knocked away by the Falcons. NPC able to turn it around in traffic. Omorige trying to set up a pass down low to Luke Kelly. That one rejected by the Falcons. It'll stay with National Park College here. NPC continues to threaten inside enemy territory here. The Nighthawks dressed in light blue tops and bottoms with white horizontal pinstripes across the chest. And now bringing it in, Charlie Harris. Harris with a deep throw in, over the head, on the way, toward the middle, in front of the goal, blocked. And it's popped back up into the air. This is still a playable ball for NPC here through the middle, launched up into the air. Falcons trying to create some space, and they do. We've got a whistle. This one's going to be against NPC. So the Nighthawks are going to back up and take a bit of an offensive breather, I suppose. Falcons going to try to get it away from the shadow of their own goal. East Central starts small. Bruno Salvatore working it toward the middle as the offense tries to get its shape established here. Nighthawks are going to creep in defensively here. Try to get a fast foot in on the ball and come away with a steal. The ball's rejected all the way back to Padilla. Padilla's going to pick it up and throw it in. Looking for Salvatore, makes the connection. Now a booming kick downfield. Picked up by the Falcons. NPC is able to take it right back. Luke Kelly. But somehow the boys in dark blue come up with it. NPC with a steal here, launched in toward midfield. Good positioning. Reisha is going to set one up down the way. Offsides is the call as Luke Kelly was looking to go toe-to-toe with Padilla, the goalkeeper. East Central will have possession here. It's Frank Barraza. He'll send a deep one downfield into Nighthawk territory. Looking for the Falcons to pick it up, and they do. It's number 11, Andre Oliva. Has his hands full there in enemy territory. Keeps it in play. No, excuse me. It looks like it's knocked out of bounds. NPC will take over here. The Falcons yet to attempt a shot on goal in this one. NPC has 3. Neither team hitting pay dirt so far early in this one. A little over 13 minutes off the clock in this one. The Nighthawks will work toward the middle. No one does it better than Osagi Omorige. Sending one up into traffic here. Picked up by the Nighthawks. Reisha trying to do something with it. Cardona is there, waiting in the wings, now looking to try to turn it around from around the corner. Cardona, smooth moves, 1-on-2, wins the battle. Knocked down on the play, launched away by the Falcons. NPC is going to keep the ball here. We see that lower wing working very well for NPC early in this one. You have to think Cardona is just simply biding his time, waiting for a big opportunity. Charlie Harris with the throw-in on its way towards the middle. There's the header by Omorige, and that one's knocked in for the goal. NPC will strike first. And the Nighthawks will take the lead here. Osagie Omorige on the header goal. And I suppose now's a good time to mention our featured Nighthawk player of the match is the sophomore team captain, Osagie Omorige. We'll talk to him at halftime today. Learn his story, why he felt like it was important for him to return to Nighthawk Nation this fall, and goals for the season. We're back in action. We're now the Nighthawks lead at 1-0. East Central with its back against the wall here, winless on the season, but hoping to come in and upset a very talented Nighthawk squad this year. They play from behind, coming up on about 31 minutes to go in the first half. Ball sent downfield. Polito is going to redirect it to his goalkeeper, Jones. That lower channel with a lot of wide open space. We'll see if NPC continues to attack there. Kramer working in toward the middle. Osagie Omorige, that one popped up in traffic. East Central trying to equalize this match here. That one is deflected away by Omorige. And Joseph Jones is able to retrieve it safely. Jones hears footsteps, gets it over to Froelich, and now back to the top lane, Oliver Kramer. NPC with some running room here. They'll float it up high. Charlie Harris back to Kramer. And now sent into Falcon territory here. Redirected off a header. NPC comes in on a sprint. Raisha able to keep it in front for Nighthawk Nation here. Now to Saravia up high in the lane. Saravia one-on-one, backs up a little bit. Floats it back in to Harris. NPC has it knocked away. It'll stay with the Nighthawks. 15 minutes into this match, Nighthawks lead at 1-0. A redirect back toward midfield, where Froelich and Kramer wait in the wings. Trying to line up an opportunity through the middle. Raisha has it taken away. And this one will go all the way back to the goalkeeper, Padilla. NPC stays right there up front, trying to keep the keeper honest. Launched back in toward midfield. Omorige is going to collide with a Falcons player. This will go to East Central. Falcons ball launched in toward the lower channel here. Picked up by East Central. Now floated in toward the middle. It's a foot race down toward the corner. East Central fighting to keep it in bounds, and they cannot. Last touch by Blaze Beldner. Nighthawks with a small throw in here. Long field to work with. Down the line that one goes. Luke Kelly colliding with a defender. Last touched by NPC. Throwing it in, Sebastian Solomon. He'll like to go backwards here. NPC quick to the ball. Now looking to steal it away from the Falcons. Backwards pass finds Yadiel Cardona. Cardona's going to slow things down and allow the offense to set up for NPC here. All the way back to the keeper, Joseph Jones. And here's Casper Froelich. Froelich sees a wide open man downfield, sends it to Raisha. Pass intended for Cardona is taken away. And back to Padilla for the reset. Great block there off the head of Charlie Harris. As it stays in enemy territory, Padilla is going to reel it in out of the sky. And now up to the top lane we go. Falcons on the move. Nighthawks in heavy pursuit. Working in toward midfield, moving the ball well, is East Central College. NPC coming up with a big takeaway. Floating in, looking for Charlie Harris. Harris unable to keep it in front of him. East Central comes in and steals it away. Working back toward midfield now are the Falcons. Running room as they elect to go low to the low channel. Popped up over the head of the intended recipient of the ball, Gavin Cachapo. And NPC takes back over. It's Omorige, the owner of the lone goal, as he finds teammate Yadiel Cardona. Cardona has it wrestled away out of play. Looks like this one will stay with National Park. Throw in finds Omorige. The Falcons quickly rush to the ball here. Polito, no problem, going back to the back line with the reset. Time is on the side of the home team. NPC. Oliver Kramer with a deep shot. Downfield, looking to set up Luke Kelly. It's taken away. Kelly, some visible frustration there, almost punching in another goal for the home team. Falcons trying to play keep away from the boys in light blue. Back and forth battle happening in the high lane right now. NPC coming away with the rock. Omorige with the reset to Kramer. A three-man back line with Froelich and now Polito down on the low end. Setting up a box on the defensive line with Omorige in the mix. Kramer crosses midfield. NPC biding its time, holding on to the one-goal lead. A lot of bodies clogged into the mix on the Falcons side of the football here. Polito looking for an opportunity to break free. Pokes it over the line. Nice touch by Saravia. NPC Kelly has it taken away. Falcons are going to send it over to the Nighthawks, waiting in the wings here. Raisha on the move, in front of the goal, taken away by the Falcons. NPC moving backward to try to intercept the pass downfield. Froelich has it, gets it back to Jones. So a defensive reset now for the Falcons, as Kramer sends one in through the middle. Raisha's there, looking for Luke Kelly. Now Cardona. Cardona with an opportunity, has speed, turns in through the middle. Raisha unable to connect. And the Nighthawks are quick to get back to the ball here. Stays inside Falcon territory, floating up through the middle. Here comes Saravia, wide left of the goal. Alex Raisha and Jason Saravia, quite the 1-2 punch, navigating that higher end of the field here. Another shot attempt for National Park College in this one. Lots of aggression coming from NPC. We mentioned on the road, about an hour and a half north to Conway on Wednesday. That match finished in a scoreless draw. And now in the Nighthawk territory, there's a redirect by Froelich, trying to go back the other way, right to left on your screen. Omorige finding Raisha, and now back to Oliver Kramer. High lane with a little bit of running room for the Nighthawks. That one sent in off the foot of Kelly, and it's going to go straight back to the goalkeeper. That ball sent downfield, and the Nighthawks are there, a sea of light blue jerseys as it goes back to Jones. That ball launched sky high. Luke Kelly trying to get a touch on it for National Park College. Floats one in through the middle. And now a whistle. Kelly is back up and in action. Looks like National Park might start readying some substitutions here. Looks like for the first time today we'll see Arias Garcia and also Louis Leroy. The teams play on as we approach around 22 minutes to go here in this first half. NPC holding on to the time of possession. As that one's launched into Falcon territory, Nighthawks looking to add to a 1-goal lead. It's Charlie Harris floating it in toward the middle. Reisha, great pass. And that one's just simply wrestled away by Landon Creedy. Nighthawks come back up with the rock, though. It's Asagi Omorige. Omorige looking for a little bit of help. Finds Cardona down toward the low line. Sliding stop just to keep it in play. Falcons take over. Sebastian Solomon working in toward the middle. NPC trying to get it right back. There's pressure from Froelich at the back line coming deep inside Falcon territory. And the reset back toward the middle with Oliver Kramer. We've seen this back line get aggressive, more so than usual in this contest today for NPC. A lot of energy for the home team in this one. That one's launched away. Nighthawks will get it back in play to Joseph Jones. Keeper playing very deep out from the box. There have not been many shot attempts coming from the Falcons so far here in the first half. And that's given the keeper the confidence to do so. Kramer pops one up in traffic. No play for Kelly to avoid the offsides. Padilla sends it sky high. Into Nighthawk territory. 1-on-2, a great job by Kramer to redirect. Jones is there. Back and forth we go. Nighthawks have it down low. It's Yadiel Cardona running along the low channel. East Central creeping in, 3-on-1. Tries to pop it up, looking for a little bit of help here. Luke Kelly there in the mix. And now the Nighthawks adding pressure defensively as the Falcons wrestle it away. Solomon working it downfield. Errant pass. Picked up by the Falcons in enemy territory. Nighthawks are able to wrestle it away. Jones wastes no time getting it back downfield, and Polito has running room. Wide open spaces on the low end of the field where NPC has had a lot of success with ball movement so far in this one. Up high, Saravia has one rejected. Sent the other way by the Falcons out toward midfield. Nighthawks working through the middle here. Back to Oliver Kramer and Casper Froelich on that back line. Omorige in the mix. Sends a deep drive downfield. It's going to go straight to the keeper, Padilla. 19 minutes to go here in Hot Springs in the first half. Padilla's going to take his time. Drops the ball here. You see Charlie Harris inching in aggressively. Something the Nighthawks worked quite a bit on in practice this week is adding that energy, adding that aggression, and taking some chances, if you will. Polito's going to send it back to the back line for NPC. Froelich sets up Kramer up high, and East Central content with just staying deep in its own territory. The Nighthawks have done well to get the ball in play in Falcon territory. And outside of the lone goal, they've held strong so far. Falcons take another ball away here. NPC off of a collision. It's Oliver Kramer who comes up with it. Back to Jones. Polito on the low end. And the Falcons are going to allow some real estate there on the Nighthawk side of the field. Defense shifting for the Falcons as that one's sent in toward the middle. Charlie Harris turns, fires, blocked by the keeper, and that one's going to be launched in for the goal. Jason Saravia able to take advantage off the deflection. It's 2-0 Nighthawks. Saravia able to bounce it off of the top crossbar, down and in. NPC sitting pretty, 2-0. And now here come those substitutions. Garcia and Leroy coming in off the bench. The Nighthawks extend their lead. And of course, Marta is celebrating on the broadcast. We've got a lot of Jason fans out there. Glad to have you with us today. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Anton Klickerman fan club is out there as well. Hello to you. Glad to have you with us today. Nighthawks lead 2-0. And now East Central is going to try to turn up the aggression as well. Collision on the play. Play continues. NPC will have it. Saravia's second goal as a Nighthawk. As now Omorgue is going to send one deep into enemy territory. Cardona is going to keep it in play. Here's Garcia coming up with the rock for NPC. Backline reset has Casper Froelich, Osagi Omorgue, and Oliver Kramer. Anton Klickerman up high for NPC. Nighthawks are going to float one up to the huddle, see if they can poke one through. Here's Leroy. That ball is out of bounds. So the Falcons will have it at the top of your screen. About 16 minutes to go in the first half. Goals from Omorgue and Saravia for NPC. Nighthawks working in toward the middle. Cardona has it wrestled away. And now he's going to steal it right back. Through the middle. Lining one in off the left post. And that one is rejected by the keeper. Leroy was looking for his 7th goal of the season. And you got to think he'll have an opportunity to try to get that one back later in this one. Louis Leroy, the second-year Frenchman for NPC, came into the year with 1 goal. Well, that's not true. Came in with 2 goals. 1 goal was to lead his team to the national tournament. But 1 personal goal was to become this program's all-time scoring leader. Popped up in traffic to Padilla. He's going to reel it in. Louis Boyd was right there, and something that Louis does very, very well is add pressure to those defending goalkeepers. He will get right in your face and take advantage of miscues. You see him there trying to get a foot on it, try to block the kick downfield. Here's a redirect back to Joseph Jones, the Nighthawk goalkeeper. And now Jones is going to pick one up inside the box here on an excellent deflection by Andre Oliva. Ball headed back down toward midfield. NPC has it. Launch back in. The aggressive start continues for the Nighthawks. Omorgue through the middle. Has a pass down low. Cardona. Cardona stays with the dribble. Able to deflect it off of a Falcons player back to the middle. Omorgue. Poked up in traffic. Saravia on the move. Offsides is the call. It'll be Falcons ball. 14 minutes to play in the first half. Nighthawks looking for win number 7 on the season. Sent downfield, and a great job by Froelich to keep it in front for the Nighthawks. Falcons come away with a loose ball. Boys in dark blue fighting to catch up there. They'll like to go to the back line for a reset here. Down the line, the Falcons continue to advance. Popped up in the air. NPC with the deflection. Omorgue there to come up with it. Also in the mix is Harris. Ball settling in around midfield. Open spaces down low for Gianluca Polito. NPC will elect to keep it in the middle instead. Kramer, Froelich, Omorige manning the back line. Sent one through to Reicha, but it's lost away. Nighthawks pick one up on a pass going north to south there. Stolen away by Cardona. NPC working inside the middle. Here's Garcia. Garcia sends it down the line. Cardona quick enough to get there in the corner. Here we go. Cardona pops one up out toward the middle, and it's just over the head of Saravia. He'll be able to reel it back in and try to reset things out towards that top corner. It's kicked away. NPC will have a corner kick coming up here. We'll see who the Nighthawks get to do the kick here. We've seen a corner kick out of Oliver Kramer already today. But NPC has a load of attackers hovering in there toward the middle, all capable of punching one in. Leroy, Polito, Froelich, and Omorige right there in the mix in an I shape. Nighthawks are going to kick it away. Corner kick on its way. A little bit deep. Cardona's there to take over the possession here. Cardona has it knocked away by the Falcons. NPC, no, excuse me, it will be last touched by National. Coach Corey Irvin says it's Nighthawk ball. We thought so as well, but it's going to go to East Central here. So the Falcons are going to take over with about 11 minutes to go in this first half. That one's going to be kicked right out of bounds. Nighthawks will take it right back. Massive substitutions getting set to come in. I see Elian Malopo, Jonathan Amperez, Linberth Soriano coming in for Nighthawk Nation. A hard-fought first half for three young men taking a much-deserved breather. Osagi Omorige, Jason Saravia, and Yadiel Cardona. Ball is inbounded to Froelich. And now Oliver Kramer on the back line for NPC. Floated up in traffic. Pass intended for Leroy. Couldn't connect. But right there in the middle is Arias Garcia. Garcia 1-on-2. That one popped up in the air out of play. Nighthawks are going to have it. Corner kick coming up. A great job by Arias Garcia to navigate congested waters and keep that ball for NPC. It'll be Jonathan Amperez kicking. They call him John Boy here at NPC. Amperez sends it on the way. Deep kick off the head of Reicha. We got a young man down on the turf here. Slow to get up, but back on his feet is Braden Canali for East Central. The Falcons are going to take over. Less than 10 to go here in the first half. Nighthawks with goals from Omorige and Saravia. Now enjoying a breather on the bench for some substitutions. The kickoff is going to find Beldner. But you see Louis Leroy right there in the mix trying to disrupt the rhythm for East Central. NPC still staying aggressive on defense. They're playing like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. East Central slowly advancing the ball forward downfield, but a lot of pressure from NPC. It's a slow go for the Falcons here. That one's sent out toward the bottom lane. And Soriano nearly coming away with a big takeaway there for NPC. Whistle blows, Nighthawks are going to have it here. They'll set up shop for Amperez. It looks like they'll back things up slightly. Reicha will kick for National Park. He'll send it up toward the huddle. In the middle, Leroy got a head on it. A little bit too hard. Over the top of the crossbar. Out of play. This one will go to East Central. The Falcons out to retrieve it. The goalkeeper, Padilla, making his way back to the turf here at Hot Springs World Class High School, home to the Hot Springs Trojans on Friday nights. We're back in action. It's Blaze Beldner who starts the slow advance downfield. A deep shot is going to be sent out of bounds by Froelich. So some free field position for East Central. Looks like Corbin Samp will be bringing the ball in for the Falcons here. Samp on the throw-in, gets it out toward midfield where Frank Barraza awaits, and Louis Leroy gets a head on it, and he is hit in the face. Goes down to the turf there. We're going to stop the clock for an injury timeout here, taking a look at Leroy. Possibly took a hand to the face, trying to make a defensive move. Louis is going to be back up and on his feet here. Tries to collect himself. But that's a tough young man. It'll take a lot more than that to take him out of action. So we'll restart the clock here. Jonathan Amperez will be kicking for NPC. Amperez sends one in on the way. Padilla there in the mix. Open goal. Nighthawks unable to take advantage here. Good header by Reisha as NPC continues to move here. Froelich now with the ball deep inside Falcon territory. Sets up Alex Reisha. Reisha through the middle. Polito fires just a little too high. Another good aggressive offensive drive for Nighthawk Nation here. Ends with a shot just a little bit too high. Want to say hello to Yesley on the broadcast, cheering on Jason Saravia and NPC. Glad to have you with us today. 2-0 Nighthawks. They're trying to add another one here. Inside Falcon territory, here's Elian Malopo from Germany. Malopo sends one down the line. Padilla is able to reel it in. Leroy there adding some pressure. Now Padilla is going to send his men downfield. 6 minutes to go here in Hot Springs in the first half. East Central looking for its first win of the 2025 season. They'll have to battle from behind to do so. That one lost out of bounds, last touched by the Falcons. As Polito's out to recover the loose ball. Last touch by Gavin Cacioppo. Nighthawks start with the back line. Time is on their side. Less than 5.5 to go. Kramer working up high for Nighthawk Nation. Now through the middle, Reisha picks up the pass. Reisha with great movement downfield. Drive stalling out, but he finds Malopo in traffic. Malopo going to get it back to Jonathan Amperez, who gives chase back to the back line. Froelich and Kramer are there to save the day. Kramer fakes a kick downfield, passes to Malopo instead. Down the line, big opportunity for NPC here in enemy territory. Collision coming up with it are the Falcons. And that one's disrupted by Malopo. A shove gives that one back to NPC. Amperez through the middle. Garcia in traffic is Reisha. And that one's going to be launched away the wrong way by East Central. The Nighthawks are going to have it, looks like, from the corner once again. Alexander Reisha will wheel the ball out to the corner. Soriano, Leroy, both up front. Polito there as well. 3 men right in front of the keeper. Kick is on its way. Froelich fighting to get there in time, can't get there. Another deep drive stalls out for National Park College in this one. Padilla out to recover the loose ball. No Nighthawk women's action today. The match was canceled by East Central due to low numbers. Today was supposed to be sophomore day for our Nighthawk women's squad. And don't worry, Coach Corey Irvine is hard at work trying to get one more home match scheduled for our 3 Nighthawk women's sophomores. Stay tuned to Nighthawk Athletics on Facebook, Instagram, and X for more information. Raisha will send one just wide left of the post, out of play. It's another shot on goal for NPC. Ball will go to East Central here with 3 minutes to go. The Nighthawks still maintain a pretty strong offensive presence inside Falcon territory here. They got 3 men back on the back line. Kramer, Froelich, and Polito. Joseph Jones is about 40 yards out from his own net. 2.5 to go in the first half. Padilla bides his time, sends everybody downfield. A deep, booming kick. And it's going to be picked up by East Central. And a foul will be charged against Amperez for NPC. Good field position for the Falcons here, who hope to cut the lead in half before the break. Bruno Salvatore with the rock. Kick is on its way, floated up, and it's straight to the keeper, Jones. Jones with a kick downfield, trying to catch the Falcons off guard. He connects with Louis Leroy. Now to Malopo in enemy territory, fires, rejected by the keeper, and that one's in. Leroy has another one. Louis Leroy knocks it through. It's 3-0 NPC. His 7th goal of the season, and it's a good one. Malopo with an excellent strike. The goalkeeper, Padilla, rejected it. But on the bounce, Leroy was there. We talk about that pressure that he adds, always in the right place at the right time. Always close to the goalkeeper just in case the ball takes a bad bounce, and that's exactly why. And you see Leroy right here still giving chase. Despite a 3-0 advantage late in the first half, he's trying to add another one. Leroy now with 8 goals. Sole possession of 4th place all time in Nighthawk history. And now knocked down on the play. NPC is going to get a big opportunity here within the final minute to try to do it again. Amperez has the football lined up at around the 18-yard mark on the field, 28 yards out from Padilla in front of the net. Can the Nighthawks add another score here? Tick-tock goes the clock, 20 seconds to go. Amperez sends it on its way, line drive left of the post. That one's going to sail all the way back to the back of the arena, and that'll be the final play of the first half. East Central's not going to go after it. Not enough time. We've reached halftime here in Hot Springs, where Omorige, Saravia, and Leroy have all found the back of the net. It's 3-0 National Park College. Coming up next, halftime, and we'll talk to our featured Cobra player of the match, Osagi Omorige, the sophomore team captain, comes your way next, right here on the Nighthawk Network.
Hot Springs was built on water and built to be enjoyed. Hot Springs, Arkansas. Soak it up.
What does it mean to be taken care of? And to know that the people around you are taken care of too. What does it feel like to trust that you'll be able to get health care, to prevent illness, and to help you heal? Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of Arkansans for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind, so you and the ones you love can live your best life your whole life long. Take good care, Arkansas.
Hi, my name is Keziah, and volleyball is why I rise above alcohol and drugs.
The Arkansas Travelers Youth Foundation is the official public charity for the Arkansas Travelers. The Travs Youth Foundation helps kids get outside and play ball by breaking down barriers to participation. With rising costs and limited local opportunities, the obstacles are huge. The ATYF provides grants, college scholarships, and dozens of free community events designed to inspire the love of sports in the next generation. Visit Travs.com under the Community tab to find out how you can help donate, volunteer, and request aid.
Hello, my name is Asagi Omorige. I'm from London, England. I play CDM for National Park soccer team. I feel like we had unfinished business from last year. We got to districts where we weren't able to win our first game. And I believe that this year we have the quality to go on further and possibly get into the national tournament. For me to be that level of a leader for this program is to be a role model for my teammates. I believe that Corey made me captain because he trusts me, and I want to show that on the pitch as well to the teammates. Compared to last year, I didn't have any goals, and this year I had 3. So I'm just going to try and keep scoring goals and making sure our team wins. As a leader, I feel like that's one of the roles I should be doing. This week is going to be mainly finishing. From the Kosovo game, we had a lot of chances, so I believe for the game on Sunday, we're going to get our finishing on point so we can finish the game as quick as possible. As soon as we go back to Kosovo and we play away, I feel like we should put the game to bed as well. I would like to say hello to my mum and dad because they helped me go out here, and I would like to shout out Corey for believing in me.
Hot Springs was built on water and built to be enjoyed. Hot Springs, Arkansas. Soak it up.
The Arkansas Travelers Youth Foundation is the official public charity for the Arkansas Travelers. The Travs Youth Foundation helps kids get outside and play ball by breaking down barriers to participation. With rising costs and limited local opportunities, the obstacles are huge. The ATYF provides grants, college scholarships, and dozens of free community events designed to inspire the love of sports in the next generation. Visit Travs.com under the Community tab to find out how you can help donate, volunteer, and request aid.
Football is why I rise above alcohol and drugs.
What does it mean to be taken care of? And to know that the people around you are taken care of too? What does it feel like to trust that you'll be able to get health care, to prevent illness, and to help you heal? Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of Arkansans for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind, so you and the ones you love can live your best life your whole life long. Take good care, Arkansas.
Springs was built on water and built to be enjoyed. Hot Springs, Arkansas. Soak it up.
What does it mean to be taken care of? And to know that the people around you are taken care of too. What does it feel like to trust that you'll be able to get health care, to prevent illness, and to help you heal? Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of Arkansans for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind, so you and the ones you love can live your best life your whole life long. Take good care, Arkansas.
Hi, my name is Keziah, and volleyball is why I rise above alcohol and drugs.
The Arkansas Travelers Youth Foundation is the official public charity for the Arkansas Travelers. The Travs Youth Foundation helps kids get outside and play ball by breaking down barriers to participation. With rising costs and limited local opportunities, the obstacles are huge. The ATYF provides grants, college scholarships, and dozens of free community events designed to inspire the love of sports in the next generation. Visit Travs.com under the Community tab to find out how you can help donate, volunteer, and request aid.
Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School, the site of today's match, NPC and East Central College. The Nighthawks lead big 3-0 at the end of 45 minutes. We get set for the second half here in Hot Springs. Goals from Osagio Morige, Jason Saravia, and Louis Leroy for Nighthawk Nation here, looking for their 7th win of the season. Like we mentioned a few times on the broadcast, NPC undefeated at home this year. 7-0-1. And the Nighthawks' last loss coming nearly a month ago on the road at Hill College, where they fell 3-2 back on September 16. As we approach the midpoint of October, and of course with only one more NJCAA Region 2 match on the horizon coming up in 13 days, NPC looks like it's in the driver's seat for the postseason, trying to win its 4th consecutive NJCAA Region 2 championship title. And this year, Coach Corey Irvine's Nighthawk men are all in on the contest, not only wanting to get over that hurdle in district, but go to nationals, the tournament in Wichita, Kansas this year. Want to say hello to all of our great fans on the broadcast as well. Of course, Robert's on the broadcast. Great first half. And yes, it was great to get to meet you and your lovely wife last week in Hot Springs with a surprise trip coming in from Scotland. Glad to see you. Phil Godwin says he's watching from across the pond. Well, across the stadium, that is. Nighthawk superfan Phil in the building. I see you, buddy. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, he's waving at me. There you go. What's up, Phil? Want to say hello to Remy and the family, Alien's family, watching in Hamburg, Germany today. Saying, we love NPC. We love you. Thanks for joining us today. And shout-outs to Ina Lopez on the broadcast. Good job, boys. There's still 45 minutes of football here to go. And NPC is going to try to keep its foot on the gas to try to get win number 7 on the season. The Nighthawks will celebrate sophomore night. A week from today, Hill College will come to town. That'll be a big match like I talked about. Hill College getting the best of NPC 3-2. That loss came right on the heels of NPC receiving a top 20 national ranking. They were 18th in the nation after defeating Northeast Community College, the number 1 team in the country, and the reigning Division II national champs. So big match coming up a week from today against Hill College. If you're local, you want to make sure you're here for that one. It will be Sophomore Day, honoring our 9 Nighthawk sophomores this season. We're ready for the second half of action here in Hot Springs. East Central will kick things off to start the final 45 minutes here in the land of the Nighthawks at Hot Springs World Class High School. We're underway. We've swapped sides. Padilla will be defending the goal on the right side of your screen. Joseph Jones defending the goal on your left. NPC clogging the middle with its midfielders here as the Falcons start with an early advance here, working their way downfield. Shot on goal, and Joseph Jones is there. A big offensive adjustment for East Central. One of the quickest drives downfield we've seen out of the Falcons so far in this match today. Oliver Kramer now working the lower end of the field. Kasper Froelich working up high on that back line for NPC. The two young men from Denmark trade the rock as East Central begins to close in defensively. Here's Anton Klickerman, rejected by the Falcons. Taken away by the Falcons here. Klickerman's going to kick it away. Last touch by NPC. Out to retrieve the ball, Andre Oliva. He'll get it in to Corbin Samp. Samp with the throw-in. He'll go back to the back line where Louis Leroy awaits, bringing the pressure. A collision allows Klickerman to come up with the rock for NPC. Floats one down the middle for Leroy. This could be an opportunity, and he just dodges the keeper here, Padilla, who reels it in off the ground. We stay in play here now in the second half. East Central trying to mount a comeback, down 3 scores. NPC's Elian Malopo bounces it off of a Falcons defender. Downfield we go where Froelich waits in the wings. Gets it all the way back to Jones. Jones will send it sky high into Falcon territory. And a major collision there as Leroy crashes into number 20, Landon Creedy. Both young men are back up and okay. Will be a foul against Leroy. Back to the keeper, Padilla. Here we go. NPC giving chase. East Central trying to get it out of the shadow of their own territory. Sent in down the line, rejected by Klickerman. Klickerman and Kelly looking to set something up for NPC offensively. Luke looking for Louis Leroy. Leroy floating it back to Luke Kelly-Woolman. Downfield East Central with an opportunity here. You see Joseph Jones retreating back in front of the net here. Smooth moves from Oliva. Oliva running into Kramer. And I believe this may be a foul against Kramer, who is backpedaling and got ran over. So East Central with a big opportunity to strike for the first time in this one here. It will be a free kick for the Falcons. Andre Oliva has the ball lined up. Beside him is Sebastian Solomon. NPC will build the wall in front of Jones. NPC with 3 young men right there in front of Jones, hoping to deflect a shot. Oliva fires too hard. Out to retrieve the rock is Joseph Jones. Ball is back onto the field here. Jones looking to set things up with Froelich and Kramer on that back line. Jones will send a deep kick downfield. Off the head of the Falcons and nowhere to go for NPC. Now working in through the middle. Jason Saravia unable to come up with it. On the attacking front for NPC, Louis Leroy and Charlie Harris. Here comes Oliver Kramer with a strike downfield, looking to set up Leroy. Leroy with the pickup, gets it past the keeper. He's got another one. Leroy will strike, and there's the backflip celebration. NPC adds another goal here, 4-0 Nighthawks, and now he has his 9th career goal. Leroy climbing up the leaderboards. He's 1 away for tying for 2nd all-time. 2 away for tying for 1st all-time. Nighthawks back on the board. Louis Leroy with the crossbody kick gets it through past Padilla. And he's right back to the ball looking to try to do it again. That's a pop-up there. That's going to get Charlie Harris over to Saravia. NPC in Falcons territory. Raisha trying to get the ball here. A flag will fly. I believe this is offsides. Coming up on about 6 minutes off the clock in the second half, the Nighthawks have another score. Oliver Kramer able to wrestle away from the Falcons here. This one sent downfield. A deep strike all the way to Padilla, the goalkeeper, for the reset. Padilla to midfield. NPC goes toe-to-toe with a numbers mismatch here. That one is out of bounds. NPC will have it. Klickerman with the quick throw in. Osagi Omorige. A little bit too much oomph on that kick. Goes out of bounds. Corbin Samp with the throw in, now around midfield. They're trying to play keep away from the Nighthawks. Nothing going there. Here comes Jason Saravia. Saravia tripped up, no whistle. Play continues. And now a laser down the line. Jones comes in with the redirect. Off the header of Leroy. Offsides is the call. This will go to the Falcons. In through the middle, Klickerman comes up with the ball, sends one in. Here is Leroy. Leroy turns, fires. He has the hat trick tonight. Louis Leroy, another goal. He thought about the backflip and held off. NPC with a 5-0 advantage. An incredible effort out of the Frenchman. Leroy, his 3rd goal of the match. And that ties him for 2nd place all time, joining the likes of Paolo Denzacco and Felix Rocca. And we go back to Louis' featured Nighthawk interview from earlier in the season. He called out Jack Avery and said, "I'm coming for you." Jack has 11. Louis now has 10. NPC with the hot hand here in the second half. Saravia towards the middle. Leroy trying to add another one, looking for his 4th. Couldn't get there. In enemy territory, here's Luke Kelly. NPC continuing to threaten. Kicked out to Omorige, on its way, and that one's deflected by the Falcons. NPC with 2 quick goals here in the second half. Flying high here at home. Padilla to kick it away, and he does. He'll send it downfield, Omorige, and now Luke Kelly's going to win the battle. The Falcons are sent reeling here, deflected off the foot of a man in dark blue. National Park College will take over inside Falcon territory. Harris will inbound, throw in, on its way, off the head of the Nighthawks here, just wide right of the post. No play there. And NPC will retreat here. Padilla will grab a ball from beside the net and put it back in play here. A deep shot downfield toward midfield where the Nighthawks are there. Applying the pressure from behind and setting it up, looking for Luke Kelly. Now Leroy, unable to get to that one quickly. It's launched back into the field of play by Padilla. Into the middle. Gianluca Polito sends one sky high to the top lane. The Nighthawks behind Jason Saravia, able to keep it in front. Saravia with 1 goal already in this match. In through the middle. NPC turning, firing, open goal, back kick there, and the Falcons are going to knock it away. Leroy had a chance for his 4th goal of the match on an open goal, tried to set up, a young man couldn't get there. Kramer's going to fire wide left, and it's going to be picked up by the keeper, Padilla. Padilla gets it back into the field of play quickly. Back and forth we go. The Nighthawks continue to attack full force. Pass looking for Luke Kelly, unable to connect here. The Falcons just trying to stop the bleeding here in the second half. They'll launch one deep downfield. Flags will fly. This one will go to National Park. Ball back in play to Joseph Jones. Jones takes his time, finding Polito up high, back to the keeper. Froelich with a strike downfield, has Louis Leroy. Leroy is going to come up with the rock here, looking to strike again. Ball on the move, blocked by the keeper, still in play. NPC keeps it in front, turns, fires wide left. Tough break for Luke Kelly and the Nighthawks there. But NPC still in the driver's seat, leading 5-0. The throw-in, redirected, deflected by NPC. East Central will have it. Out to retrieve the rock, Gavin Cacioppo. NPC still playing like this match is 0-0. The defensive aggression. Fighting for every possession. We talked about the postseason. NPC can lock up its 4th consecutive Region 2 title. With a win or a draw over the University of Arkansas Cossatot. That match in De Queen, 13 days from today, October 25th. As that ball sails away out of play. The Nighthawks are going to have it with about 32.5 minutes to go. NPC will play small ball here. Joseph Jones firing downfield where Anton Klickerman is wide open. Able to deflect it off of Corbin Samp. NPC with a quick gain of about 50 yards downfield. Klickerman, the throw-in, looking for Leroy, and now Luke Kelly. Kelly has it popped away, but the Nighthawks are there in the mix, down the line. Klickerman wide open through the middle. Leroy with the pass, trying to set up a teammate. And Charlie Harris unable to get it to go. He can't believe it. Takes a minute to collect himself. And that's 2 shot opportunities now that we've seen in really good field position where Leroy had the opportunity to take the shot, but instead of making it about him, he continues to try to set up his teammates for success, and you love to see that out of a sophomore leader. Falcons trying to get it away from their own net here. Here's Luke Kelly on the attack. Kelly through the middle finds Leroy. Pass back, Kelly taken away by the Falcons. East Central on the move. And NPC, the way that it's just flying to the ball today like magnets defensively. Coach Corey has to be excited about the level of effort given by his squad today. Had a chance to attend practice earlier this week. I believe it was Tuesday when I caught up with the guys. And they were locked in and focused for this one, even though they knew their opponent was winless on the campaign. The level of energy seen in practice was akin to a postseason playoff match. A whistle blows, NPC will have it. Offsides the call against East Central. We've played 15 minutes in the second half. The Nighthawks have scored twice in the second half, 5 times total today. Deep ball downfield off the head of Leroy, trying to set up a man. Down low, Padilla is going to come in and take it away out of the box. Leroy stays close to home against the goalkeeper, just in case they elect to go small ball. Harris there in the mix as well. Deep pass, downfield, goes astray, out of play. Oliver Kramer with the throw-in. Jones and Kramer start the advance, and you see East Central cheating up a little bit. Trying to see if they can come away with a big takeaway and catch Jones off guard. NPC with running room through the middle. Alex Reisha trying to set up Leroy. Leroy knocked down by a defender. Ball's going to stay in play here. NPC feeding it to Klickerman. Klickerman moves around a defender. Klickerman in traffic, turns, fires toward the middle. Blocked. Kelly had another one taken away. A heartbreaker for Luke Kelly, as that one sails over the crossbar and out of play, and Leroy's slow to get up. Leroy was knocked down deep inside Falcon territory. Was hoping to get a flag or a whistle. He got neither. Another missed opportunity for Luke Kelly, but boy, he's had so many today. You have to think eventually the big break is coming his way. Here's Klickerman coming up with a big steal. They thread the needle to Amorigay in the middle, back to Oliver Kramer and Alexander Reisha. Reisha turns around and evades a defender. Through the middle, Charlie Harris. A flag flies, will stop the clock for a timeout here. Foul down on the field. It's going to be against East Central. NPC is going to get a free kick here, and it looks like Reisha is lining it up. Back in action. NPC floats it up sky high inside Falcon territory. Reisha turns, fires wide right. Back toward the middle. Falcons looking to get it back into Nighthawk territory. They do. And now East Central's on the move. Here's a collision. It's a foul. Amorigay has collided with number 17, Braden Canali. And I believe this is going to be a free kick for the Falcons here. Amorigay not in agreement on the call, but I believe it may be the right call here. The ball's lined up about 35 yards out from Joseph Jones in the front of the net. NPC looking to maintain the clean sheet here. Shot is on its way. Wide right, redirected by NPC. The Falcons are going to let it go. They'll have it here at the corner, I believe. Now the Nighthawks looking to get organized. Froelich and Kramer and Polito all forming a triangle in front of Joseph Jones. The throw in, launched away by Amorigay. And here comes NPC. Kramer stays with the ball all the way downfield. And it looks like we'll have substitutions coming in. Lindberth Soriano's in for Louis Leroy. Leroy went down with an apparent injury, back up and okay, but getting a much-deserved breather after scoring 3 goals in this one. Floated up, here's Soriano now in traffic, looking to try to add to the advantage for NPC. A great day for Louis Leroy. He moves into second place all-time, tied it for second place all-time, and now just 1 away for tying for the all-time mark. Launched deep downfield to Saravia, who turns around and speeds past a defender. This could be trouble for the Falcons. Fed in through the middle, and it's nearly taken away. Raisha comes up with the loose ball for NPC. Makes a couple of men miss. Sends it down low. Klickerman waiting in the wings. Turns, fires toward the middle. Saravia too hard off the pole. Jason Saravia looking for his second goal of the contest. East Central will breathe a sigh of relief with 25 minutes to go. Working in through the middle is Omorige. Omorige wrestles it away from an attacker from East Central, and he somehow evades 2 young men down on the field. Needs a little bit of help. Klickerman is there. Anton fires toward the middle. Another header here. Soriano unable to get it down. Coming back in, Arias Garcia for NPC. Garcia is in. It looks like Luke Kelly will take a breath. Despite the goals not going in for Kelly, it's been a great match for the sophomore. Padilla with the ball lined up in front of the net. Soriano giving chase. Omorige there in the mix as well. East Central just trying to get it far downfield. Raisha pops one up. Finds Charlie Harris. Harris with a couple of knee touches there. Feeding it up to Garcia high in the zone. And it's going to be taken away by Padilla, the keeper. Soriano comes in and wrestles it away. A big steal from the sophomore leader. Raisha through the middle. And a deflected shot out of play. I believe this one is last touched by NPC. The Falcons will start with the back line here, all the way to the back of the back line. Padilla, Soriano, and Garcia there in the mix, hoping to get a big steal in front of the keeper. Nothing going there. Here's Jason Saravia looking to turn it around in traffic, and he does. A young man for the Falcons goes down, and play is stopped momentarily. The young man for the Falcons back up and okay. I believe it's number 6, Sebastian Solomon. Ball launched down to the low channel. Anton Klickerman waiting in the wings, evades a defender. Klickerman turns, fires toward the middle. Another block shot and a header. That one looks like it's going to be knocked into the goal. NPC is going to get another one here. It's an own goal from East Central. Nighthawks are going to lead at 6-0. I believe it was off the head of Charlie Harris, but last touched by East Central for an own goal. Here's the kickoff, and we're back in action here. Nighthawks leading at 6-0 here at home. 3 goals in the first, now 3 goals in the second. Now NPC coming up with an opportunity here as Klickerman feeds it down the line to Alexander Reisha. Reisha turns toward the middle, and he couldn't connect, trying to set up. I believe it was Gianluca Polito with the shot opportunity. Beautiful day for soccer here in the Spa City, Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas. We thank you for joining us on a beautiful Sunday morning here in the Spa City. All Nighthawks in this one here at home. As Klickerman's going to thread that one to the middle. Goalkeeper is going to take it away. Padilla has had some excellent, and I mean excellent, blocks and saves today. The goalkeeper for East Central certainly working hard out in front of the net. The Nighthawks with double-digit shots on goal. And we'll have some substitutions come back in. For the first time in a while, we're going to see Yadiel Cardona. Cardona is in. Saravia will take a breather. And it's possible that we're going to see a new goalkeeper start warming up for East Central. The ball is in play, and it's back to Joseph Jones here. Jones elected to send it up high, and guess who? It's Cardona waiting in the wings, ready to strike from the top lane. He turns on the Jets. Cardona with a one-on-one matchup. He loves those opportunities. Cardona makes a man miss, turns it back toward the middle. Reisha is there, now feeding it in. Polito turns and fires, and that one is just launched over the crossbar on the header by Linberth Soriano. The sophomore from Cortez, Honduras, comes up empty on a hard-hit header, and that sends Padilla reeling. We will have a change at goalkeeper coming in for East Central, number 0, Juan Pablo Justiano. Despite allowing the 6 goals, a pretty strong day for Padilla given the amount of firepower that's come his way. But Justiano is in the mix. And we'll see how the Nighthawks adjust to a different keeper. NPC also readying additional substitutions. We're seeing Elian Malopo starting to get ready. Justiano with a deep booming kick toward midfield. Osagio Morige puts a head on it, sends it deep inside Falcon territory here. East Central can do nothing but knock it out of play and allow the defense to get organized here. Nighthawks with great field position here. It'll be Charlie Harris to throw it in. Soriano and Amorige working the middle. Froelich as well. Here's the throw in. Amorige, the header straight to the keeper. Justiano with a save, and now the keeper is going to send it downfield with a deep booming kick. National Park College looking to turn it around. Falcons struggling to hang on to it in the high channel here. It will be Nighthawk ball. And the throw-in is going to go back to the back line. Polito's going to send it all the way back to the keeper, Jones. Jones sees a wide open man down low once again. It's Anton Klickerman. Klickerman feeding the pass to Amorige, back through the middle. Klickerman turning, firing to the middle. Soriano just missing wide left of the post. Here comes some substitutions. Malopo is back in, as is Jonathan Amperez. And here comes Louis Leroy for NPC with 3 goals already today. "17 minutes remain here in Hot Springs. Juan Pablo Giustiano. His kick on its way. Launched out toward midfield where it's last touched by Perez. NPC taking over. It's Alexander Reisha. Reisha sends one in down the middle to Leroy. Looking for Soriano. Loose ball here. Malopo turns, fires toward the middle. Leroy took one off the chin there as that one goes astray out of play. If Leroy were able to add another one in this one, not only would it tie him with Jack Avery for first all time, I believe it'll also set the single match scoring record with 4 goals in a game. Here comes the kick from Giustiano. Out toward the middle. A little bumping and shoving. It's a foul against the Nighthawks. And a kick launched in deep out toward the corner. Joseph Jones is going to let it roll out of bounds. Offense getting organized for NPC. Back line starting to take shape here. Casper Froelich and Anton Klickerman. A deep drive downfield disrupted by the Falcons here. Now the ball around midfield. Here comes East Central College on the move. Adding a little bit of aggression here, but NPC comes in, takes it away. Malopo with the steal. Perez trying to steal it right back. Back and forth we go inside Nighthawk territory here. Malopo feeding it to Klickerman, and Perez is going to launch it out of bounds. It's going to stay with East Central College. Out to retrieve the loose football, Andre Oliva. On the throw-in will be Braden Canali. And the Nighthawks swarmed the ball. Here you see Klickerman and Malopo right there in the mix. They're going to knock it away. It stays with East Central here. Another throw in. This time they'll elect to go to Corbin Samp. Samp gets the ball right back on the lower sideline. And NPC is going to redirect it downfield. Open space here. Leroy's going to pick it up, trying to avoid an offsides call. Keeps it in front of him. East Central swipes it away from between his legs. Falcons nowhere to go. They launch that one away out of play. Landon Creedy, the last to touch it. No, excuse me, looked like NPC was the last to touch it. That's the ruling down on the field. East Central coughs up the rock, and the Nighthawks get it right back. Throw-in finds Yadiel Cardona, who's manhandled out there. A foul against the Falcons. Some pushing and some shoving here. Certainly some frustrations as we enter the later stages of this match today. Here's Joseph Jones working in toward the middle. Perez. The Falcons are back deep, ceding some free real estate to NPC in this one. That one launched in. Looking for Leroy, who fires a little too hard over the crossbar. No good. Juan Pablo Giustiano has the ball out in front of the yellow box, fires it downfield. Big touch there by Reisha for NPC. In the middle, it's anybody's possession here. The Nighthawks are going to redirect it. Malopo gets a foot on it. We've got a whistle, and it's a foul, and it's against NPC. So this will move up the Falcons here, who at this moment are trying to avoid the shutout here on the road in Hot Springs. It will be a free kick for Bruno Salvatore. Deep kick on its way downfield. Down to around the corner where Oliva picks it up. Oliva working toward the middle. And the Nighthawks will take it away on a header. NPC unable to hang on. And now a big sliding steal coming in. Here come the Nighthawks. Jonathan Amperez working his way downfield with an excellent touch. Justiano far out outside the box, but no play for Louis Leroy to make. Avoiding the offsides call there. Ball's at midfield. NPC looking to turn it back around. Amperez feeds it back to the keeper, Jones. Back and forth we go near midfield. Alexander Reisha, first-year Nighthawk from Germany. He finds Yadiel Cardona on a dead sprint out towards the high lane. NPC on the move, and it's an offsides call. That'll slow things down, at least for the moment, as we come up on about 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in this one. Deep pass picked up by East Central College. Once again, Amperez in on the mix, finds Cardona. Nighthawks moving the ball well into enemy territory. Here's an opportunity for Soriano. Soriano turns in toward the middle. And a backwards kick from Leroy will send it the wrong way. East Central picks it back up. Falcons on the move, and an errant pass will stop the drive before it really begins. NPC will get the ball back. Here comes Osagi Omorage making his way back onto the field here. The ball is in play. NPC on the move. Up high is Cardona, through the middle. There's a strike and a block. Justiano, open goal. The Nighthawks are going to score. Lindberth Soriano finally gets it done. After multiple opportunities, NPC's back on the board. Justiano blocking two shot attempts there. Soriano able to catch the deflection to put it in. Third time's the charm. While we have a moment, we're going to adjust our score clock on the scoreboard. 9:22 remaining in this one. We're back underway. NPC soaring high here on a Sunday in Hot Springs. East Central will kick it away. Bruno Salvatore. Salvatore with a pass back to number 7. Stays with the ball down the lane. And now popped up deep inside Nighthawk territory. A redirect back to Joseph Jones to quell the drive. Pass back toward the middle here. NPC on the pickup. It's Osagi Omorage with 1 goal already today. Omorage weaving through traffic. Smooth moves for the sophomore team captain. Through the middle, Soriano up high to Cardona. Cardona is going to be signaled for offside, saw it coming. Justiano will launch it downfield here. Off the head of Malopo. Good touch there. Finding Garcia and Omorage through the middle. Osagi Omorage with the pickup here. Elian Malopo with running room. Malopo will send it past a defender, trying to set up an opportunity for the corner, but he kicked it a little too hard. Corbin Samp will inbound. Ball's back in play here. NPC on the move, turning, firing. There's another goal for the Nighthawks. Charlie Harris is going to punch it into the back of the net. He's got one today. And NPC leads it 8-0 here at home. Harris worked on scoring a lot in practice this week. He's really gained the confidence of his coaching staff here. And I believe that's going to be the match here. I believe the coaches have agreed to call it here with 7 minutes to go. East Central's going to wave the white flag. NPC is going to win it here at home. 8-0, your final. National Park College, with its 7th win of the season, moves to 7-3-2 on the year. Next up for National Park College, will be on the road later this week. Wednesday, they'll be in Neosho, Missouri to take on the Rough Riders at Crowder College. Our next time at home, 1 week from today, where NPC plays host to Hill College. I'm Mark Oliver with National Park College. Thank you for joining us today on the Nighthawk Network. Be sure to like, subscribe, and get notified every time we go live right here on the Nighthawk Network. This one's for the Nighthawks. We'll see you next time.